This is Gregory Triamphilides. I just want to give a shout out and a huge thank you to Elliot Hulse for some of the stuff that he said in his older videos about 5, 6, 7, and even 8 maybe years ago. Back before his strength camp took over. I'm gonna admit, when he started doing strength camp videos a lot, I kind of tuned out. But I want to talk about him. He really has changed. Elliot, if you're watching this, I want you to know that I really appreciated the videos that you used to make. Not so much the ones now where you're red-pilled. I mean, not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I was red-pilled until I saw Joe Biden walk into the White House on his inauguration. I was probably one of the most Trump-loving Americans in my county. But sadly, Trump left office, and I've decided to move on as well, because I know that if I hold on to it, it'll just hurt me in the long run. And one other thing I want to talk to you, Elliot, about is the fact that you've seemed to, I know you live in Florida, but that doesn't mean that you have to adapt the way everyone in Florida thinks. I know it's easier to, and I know that it seems like it's the right thing to do. I mean, I know I've gone through the same thing that you went through, kind of, a few different times in my life. But here's what I learned. Sacrificing myself for anything other than what I want will not help me be the best, strongest version of myself. I'm sad to see that your videos took a downward turn and that you kind of fell prey to the ideas of most people in Florida. I know I got through. I've done the same thing that you did. What happened was, I think it was, and maybe I'm wrong. If I am, please correct me, but when you injured your bicep, you started talking about philosophy and all kinds of other religious stuff, and it kind of became, and you kind of convoluted your message, or allowed your message to be changed from be the strongest man that you can be to be a warrior. And you, in so doing, you allowed religious ideologies and the ideas from people in your area of the world dominate you. And that's not gonna help you in the long run. It may seem like it will, because all your friends agree with you, but take a step outside of your circle. Ask other people what they think. I mean, I'm gonna go on and talk about what happened to me. I had an injury. It wasn't my bicep. It was my hip flexor. I remember watching your videos. And actually, I owe you a great debt of gratitude because you helped me. So you helped me. You helped me recover from what I was going through, which was a hip flexor injury. I remember when I'm just gonna say this, when I was injured, I'd be standing like this, and I couldn't go from that to this without it hurting severely. And when I twist, sometimes my back would go out. I'm trying to give a demonstration of that, but you get my point. It was very painful. And watching your old videos of how to foam roll helped me get better. And other videos about, there's one you talked about lying on a basketball. That I admit I haven't done in a while. But back when I was doing it, man, I felt really good afterwards. But I gotta get back into doing that. Lying down on a basketball on my stomach. It hurt, but yeah, it was good. One thing I want to thank you for, Elliot, is I want to thank you and tell you that I stole one of your quotes. And I'm not sure if it was your quote or not, but one of the things you said in your foam rolling video was something along the lines of, if it hurts so much that you feel like punching me, you're doing it correctly. I took that from your video and I decided to use it in my video that I made yesterday about foam rolling. And in conversations with my friend. Really, I said I made it for my friend, but really, a lot of people foam roll too quickly when they then don't take the time to let the foam roller really get into the muscle. They're just going back and forth, really fast on it. So, you really helped me. You really showed me how to do that, or told me how to do that. And I really took it to heart and really want to thank you for that. And I also want to thank you for making that video where you talked about buying a anatomy book. I never knew that the neck has so many muscles in it before I looked at it in that anatomy book that I bought one because you told me to buy one, and it helped me understand. Okay, this muscle's in my hip flexor when I was injured. This muscle's attached to this muscle, and so you need to roll, all these muscles instead of just your IT band and your glute. Anyway, so that was good that you did. Now, other videos since then have gone kind of downhill when you're giving personal advice to people. I think you lost your authenticity. Because back then, when you were telling people to breathe into their balls, a lot of people thought you were crazy. I was reading on Reddit, people thinking you're crazy for saying that. But really, they don't understand what you're trying to say. I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to say people need to just kind of breathe heavier and deeper. And, that's true. But I liked your old videos. Your new videos are kind of seem to be different. And I'm trying to think as I'm talking. That's why I'm slowing down and what I'm saying. But, I know that I went through a lot of religious changes. When I was at my hip flexor, I started praying and hoping that God would heal me, that He would heal me overnight, and that He would work a miracle on me. But that didn't happen, and it took me years to get over the injury. I mean, I'm thankful that to God that I'm alive. Don't get me wrong, because there are times in my life when I'm not sure how I lived through it. Back when I was in Johns Hopkins, but that's a different story. And now I'll talk about that probably later. But let me stick focus on this. What happened was, so I had become religious I was Christian practically all my life, and I still am kind of. I mean, I still am a Christian, but some of the things in my last pastor was preaching really woke me up to realize that a lot of what Christians believe isn't right. And I wanted to say that I know that what I want to say is that, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking as I'm talking, and I should be talking more. But what I'm trying to say is that I went through what you're going through, and I just came out of it. I realized that what I was being taught as a Christian, and you might not be as Christian as I was or whatever, but I just wanted to say that I realized that what I was being taught was not good, and that there can be that if you believe the Bible is true, humans were made to sin. Okay? It's in our nature, so obviously we were made to do it. So why then would God want us to stop sinning? I realize I'm probably going to get a lot of hate comments on this, but I don't care. Elliot. Oh. I know you're not. I know you that, I just wish that you would go back to the old kind of videos. I'll tell you something. I wanted to go to your strength camp. Seriously, wanted to go to your strength camp. Even though I have a heart condition. Even though cardio isn't good for me. And our cardio is not the best for me all the time. I still wanted to go to your strength camp. And I still wish that you would have kept that open for people that wanted to go. Anyway, I think I'm running out of time, so I hope this video was helpful. Thank you, Elliot. Bye.